liberals are handing your hard-earned tax dollars to city politicians who just keep hiking home building taxes, and what do we get in return? Higher prices, fewer homes, and a housing market that's completely out of reach for young professionals. After 9 long years of this government, young Canadians still can't afford a place to call home. It's time for a real change. We need to build more homes, lower costs, and make sure government incentives actually help the people, not just the developers looking to maximize their profits. My plan to fix Canada housing crisis: axe the sales tax on new homes. Right now, every new home comes with a massive tax bill, and that drives up the prices. The government collects a fortune on housing, making it more expensive for everyday Canadians to buy. I will eliminate the sales tax on new homes, cutting the cost of home ownership right from the start. Hold the cities accountable for home building taxes. Cities are raking in cash through development fees, zoning charges, and the red tape that drive up the cost of the housing. If a city wants federal funding for housing, they must cut these home building and get out of the way of a new development. No more bank checks for city politicians who make it harder to build. But that's just the start. We need real accountability for the so-called affordable housing projects the taxpayers have been funding. Where did the affordable housing money go? Over the last 18 months, billions in government incentives have been handed to the developers and builders to create affordable housing. But are we seeing rents drop? No. Are people finally able to afford a home? No. Instead, we see developers charging skyrocket rents while still pocketing government incentives. That's unacceptable. If builders took taxpayer money to develop affordable homes, those units should actually be affordable. And here's how we fix this mess: lower rents to truly affordable levels. If a developer took government incentives to build affordable rental units, those units should be priced fairly. That means rent should be based on what similar rentals were going for 2 years ago in that same area. Then, to ensure true affordability, we drop it another 10%. This would make sure families and individuals actually benefit from government funding housing rather than being stuck paying inflated market prices. No quick flips. Keep homes affordable for 5 years. Builders who receive government incentives should not be allowed to sell these homes for at least 5 years. The purpose of affordable housing is to help people, not to create a fast cash grab for developers or builders. These homes must remain rentals for at least 4 to 5 years. After that, tenants should be given the first right to buy before the units are sold on the open market. That way, renters who have lived there, contributed to the community, and paid their rent on time get a real shot at owning a home. Credit score shouldn't stand in the way of home ownership. Many hardworking Canadians pay their rent on time every single month but still struggle to qualify for a mortgage. Why? Because the current system doesn't count rent payments towards building credit. That needs to change. Under my plan, if a tenant has paid rent on time for 4 to 5 years, they should be automatically pre-approved to buy a home they've been living in. We're punishing people who have proven they can afford to pay, making housing more affordable from day one. Beyond these changes, we also need to look at how we build homes to make them more affordable. Right now, new developments are bogged down in cost before a single home is even built. For example, cities demand concrete driveways, which are expensive and drive up costs. But why not start with asphalt driveways? It's cheaper, easier to put on, and gets people into homes a lot faster. Land use rules force developers to include expensive landscaping and aesthetic features before homes are even sold. Why not build first and then the homeowners can decide Faster approvals, fewer delays, and reduced red tape can save thousands of dollars off the price of a new home. The bottom line, the housing crisis isn't just happening, it's being created by the government that refuses to take real action. Young Canadians shouldn't have to wait decades just to afford a home. Families shouldn't have to struggle to find a rental they can afford. The taxpayers' dollars should actually be used to create affordable housing, not just bigger profits for the developers, builders, and the politicians in that area. If we don't act now, housing prices will keep rising. Young people will remain locked out of the market, and renters will continue to struggle under crushing cost. So enough is enough. Finally make the housing affordable again. Leave a comment, like, or subscribe so we can keep the conversation going. Pass this link on to more people so more people can like and subscribe. Stop the housing crisis.